Hi everybody, welcome back to my podcast. I hope everybody's been able to listen to my previous episodes, and if you haven't listened, please feel free to go back and listen to them. So far there should be 32 that you haven't listened, but you've listened to the 33rd, so but anyways, for those who've been wondering when am I going to be having my podcast out, honestly, usually I used to do 2 every week, but now due to some other commitments like studies and work on the side as well, and so much happening with uni being the last few weeks of university, the semester, so I'll be posting them on the weekends. So basically they'll be coming out either Saturday or Sunday. So that's when I'll be having an episode out for you guys to listen to, due to those other commitments that I have on the side that I also have to be committed to. So let's pop into the topic for today, and that's basically how do you define enjoying life? Okay, so what does enjoying life mean to you? Like, what does enjoying life involve for you? So basically that's the topic for today. So I've come to understand that we have different definition of how people enjoy their life and what it really does mean to enjoy life, right? I talked to a certain person previously. Actually, I talked to 3 people about this topic, and another person just approached me themselves, and the way they defined the way people mean go enjoy your life and you're still young, blah blah, and all that kind of stuff, and the way I define I enjoy my life is totally different to how they define it. So what I'm trying to say that, okay, maybe you already have a different perspective over how you think life should be enjoyed compared to how I have it. And I'm not going to say your ways is right and my ways is wrong, or my ways is right and your ways is wrong, because basically the main part is we're all enjoying life the way we think life should be enjoyed. So these particular people describe enjoying life as going out, partying, drinking, doing that and that, going out with your friends, and all that kind of stuff, like staying up, doing this and this, drinking and partying and God knows what, a list goes on. So it's like the way they feel like they enjoy life is through how I described it is like through materialistic stuff. So that's how I said they would have defined how people enjoy life, because this question was legit popped to me once. I was sitting in my house and somebody just popped a question to me, and they were like, hey Marikia, how do you even enjoy life? Like, you don't even do anything. Like, I've never seen you go out, I've never seen you do that and that, blah blah. I was like, just because you go out and you do that and that doesn't really mean that that's a way I define how I enjoy my life. My life is simply enjoyed through little things that go on in my life. So what I'm just gonna say is the fact that there's people who think that the only way people can enjoy life is the way they enjoy life. But that's not the fact. Just because you might be seeing somebody who does different things from you, it doesn't mean that their life is boring. It just means that they see life differently from how you see it, and they see enjoyment differently from how you see enjoyment. Personally, I don't find enjoying life being the fact that I gotta go out clubbing, I gotta go be drinking, I gotta go doing that and that, and do all those extra stuff to feel like that's how I would enjoy life. My ways of enjoying life is basically being happy within me, My ways of enjoying life is the fact that I'm peaceful, there's nothing that's stressing me out, there's nothing that's making me go crazy. I can sit home and Netflix and chill, knowing that there's nothing that's going to be stressing me, That's how I define life. It's like finding peace within yourself. So for people who feel like going an extra mile to find joy is how you enjoy life, that's a joy that you're forcing on yourself. That's something that you're forcing to find you. Whereas the way I see enjoying life, it's something that should naturally come within you because you're peaceful, because you get everything God basically gave you. And if God didn't give you everything, at least you're breathing. At least there's nothing going wrong in your life. So basically there's nothing that's stressing you. That's how that's how joy should be defined. Not the fact that you have to be out with your friends doing certain things for you to feel like you're included, or to feel like that's how you should enjoy life. Because life can be enjoyed in many different ways. So for you to feel like the only time you can enjoy life is if you're doing extra stuff, I want to just encourage you to not feel that way. Okay, maybe I'm trying to tell you to just maybe see it the way I see it. But what do you think if you keep thinking that the only way you can enjoy life is by basically trying to please people, or by basically trying to be something that you're not because you feel that's the only way you can enjoy life? I feel like once those things go away, you're basically gonna feel like you're miserable, and you're just gonna be depressed because now there's nobody to catch up with, now there's nobody to go out with. So what is even the purpose of your life? Like what is even the definition of how you enjoy the life that God has ordained for you? So basically that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not gonna say that don't see the way you enjoy life the way you see it, but to a certain level, don't feel like you should be reliant on something to make you feel like life is that way enjoyable. Make sure that the life is enjoyable in the way that, whether with all those materialistic stuff, whether without them, you're able to still feel the joy within your life. Just find peace, okay? And I feel like there's nothing better than finding peace that can really define what God enjoy life means. Like, for real, people, think about it. You have nothing to stress about. You have nothing that's worrying you. You got no bills to pay. You got nothing, like, legit, you got nothing negative happening in your life. Isn't that already called, I'm enjoying my life? Because I don't have anything to be accountable for, because I basically have faced everything that I was accountable for. Now I got nothing but to basically feel peace within me and just be free. Isn't that already enough of enjoyment? And honestly, enjoyment comes within a person, not through out of what the world is offering you. You can't find joy in what the world is offering you, but you can find joy within yourself. And then what the world offers you is just going to be an add-on. So when you describe life that can only be enjoyed through those things that certain people think are the only way to enjoy life, just think about the fact, if those things were never available, or if those things were all of a sudden to not exist, how are you going to define that I'm enjoying my life? How are you going to define what they say that, girl, boy, go enjoy your life to the fullest, until, usually they use this term for the people who are not married yet. They'd be like, go enjoy your life before you get married, because once you get married, you won't have a chance to enjoy your life. So, and when you think about it, it's like they're saying you're depressed. Honestly, now that I think about it, it's like they're telling you you're depressed if you're not going out doing the extras that they don't see you do. So, and that's not true. Just because you don't go out and do the extras doesn't really define you as a depressed person. It's just you find joy in doing different things that other people do. And for people who are actually married, now if you think about it, it doesn't mean they're depressed now, or it doesn't mean that, so does that basically mean just because they used to tell us, by the way, I'm not married, unless I'm talking on behalf of a person who's married. So just because they tell us that we should have enjoyed our life before we got married, does that mean while we're married we can no longer enjoy our life? Things don't work that way. Just because now we're married, it doesn't mean we don't still enjoy life. And the way we enjoy life might be different from how we used to do when we're single, but now we still enjoy life in ways that we find that what we have around us is enough, and we're happy with what God has blessed us with. That could be family, that could be your kids, that could be, like, so you want to say your kids are depression to you, like, you know? So is that what people are trying to say to people who are, like, married now? You're trying to tell them that, oh, by the way, those kids that you just had, they're, like, depression for you because they've basically taken away the chance of you enjoying your life. No, that's not true. And we all know that. They find different ways to enjoy life, which means for single people and for people who are, like, in a relationship, or maybe individuals, which is exactly the same as single, you thinking that the only way you can enjoy life is by going out and spending all your money and going out by drinking and going out and doing the extra, that's not the only way you can enjoy life. And personally, I believe that you can enjoy life through just having peace and knowing that you got no dramas that you're involved in and knowing that you're just minding your business. That's basically how you enjoy life. I don't know if you want to debate on that one, but that's the way I see it. I see the fact that the only way people can enjoy life is basically if you have peace within you, and only if you're just minding your own business. That's how you see. That's how I personally define enjoy life. Because you can't tell me there's people who are against clubbing, partying, and doing that, who are like more into Christianity stuff, who are more into religious stuff and everything like that, and they find joy and peace within that thing. And because you are the opposite of that, you don't find peace and joy in the religious stuff that those people find joy in. That's why you feel like whatever they're doing is depressing, and that's why you look at them and be like, people, do you ever enjoy life? Like, what do you do that makes you enjoy life, you know? But because you've never been in their shoes to understand why they feel the joy they feel, that's why you're always going to look at them as people who are depressed and people who don't know how to enjoy life, because your definition of how you enjoy life is totally different to how they define the enjoyment of life. And the same for religious people. You will never understand what people who will be clubbing, who will be drinking, who will be doing the extra mile, who will be going the extra mile to enjoy life mean, because you've never been in their position, because that's what they define as being able to enjoy life. But above it all, I just want to say, don't feel like peace can only be found in materialistic stuff, in people. Yes, maybe in people it can be found, but start allowing yourself to be the first person who you feel like, whether with or without somebody, I'm still able to enjoy my life. I'm still able to go out and take myself out and treat myself with or without somebody, because that's how I've defined I enjoy my life. They've been peaceful by minding my business, so that way you know that ways of enjoying are way too different. There's so many ways people enjoy their life, and your ways of enjoying life doesn't really give you the right to look at somebody and make them look as if they're depressed and tell them that they're depressed and tell them that their life is boring. It might be boring to you, but it's not boring to them. So the way you might think that your life is really popping and happening is totally different to how I would say it. I would just be like, your life is boring because whatever you do, I don't like it too, you know? So please, when you have an opinion about how people should go about to enjoy their life, maybe start thinking about the fact that that's your ways of saying it and that's not their ways. So joy can be found in many different different things, and joy can be found in a lot of things. But again, the main enjoyment of life should always come from you personally, from within you, with or without anybody else. So that's basically the message for today. Just a reminder that people who tend to actually label other people as boring and tend to label other people as depressed due to the fact that they don't do the exact things that they do, just remember they also have the right to label you the same, because you're totally the opposite of what they think life should be going about. So that's basically it for today, and thank you guys for listening. And feel free to pass this message around your friends, your family, and any acquaintances that you might have on social media. Please feel free to pass it to them and just remind them that, hey, your ways of enjoying life might be different to mine, but guess what? It's still cold. I'm enjoying my life. So thank you everybody, and stay blessed, and I'll see you next time.